Welcome to the season finale of the 2022 FIM Supermoto World Championship. The three primary title protagonists go into this weekend covered by just 13 points, and our champion will be crowned in France, home turf for 8-time champion Thomas Charret. The Carroll circuit possesses some of the widest and most flowing tarmac of the season, as well as a long back straight where serious speed is achieved by our riders. After hosting last year's Supermoto of Nations event, this year Carroll hosts the season finale of the World Championship. The 2.1 kilometre layout features plenty of sharp braking zones and technical sections, guaranteeing a challenge for even the most versatile of competitors. The venue is well suited to international competition since it is very close to the Paris Charles de Gaulle airport. Of course, as always, when we arrive at a track, we take a closer look, and our track guides today are Justino Kebler and Thomas Charret.
Here in Carroll, it's a very technical track because you have to get a very good start from the grid, and then you have to get a very good line here because it's wet, it's very slippery, and the condition is very complicated. Once you have the perfect line here in the corner, you get a perfect speed. So you do good in the whoops, get the perfect session of whoops, get on the next corner, do the table jump, and then go to the asphalt with the best speed you can.
Ici, nous sommes dans la dernière ligne droite du circuit.
Here we are at the end of the last straight of the circuit. For me, it is a strategic point. It is the longest straight of the season. We reach 175 to 180 kilometers an hour, and then it's big braking. We can get alongside the opponent here. You could put the whole race behind you and have a chance at the last moment. Good tutors don't just walk the walk, they talk the talk. So let's take a closer look at Carroll with Thomas and Justino. Off the line then, and it's a short, sharp run down towards our first dirt section. We start off though with a very sharp left-hander. Good braking zone, good opportunity for passing. You can see here that it is very much two lanes here in the first dirt. Over the whoops they go, which Justino was showing us earlier on. Now over the jump, the tabletop, and another hairpin style bend. Not much of a braking zone there. You might see the odd physical move, but not a prime overtaking spot. Picking up the speed once again then on the tarmac, and then into a sequence of S-bends here. Possibly a good overtaking opportunity into the first one. This second bend, very off camber. The camber really doesn't help you get the bike around the turn particularly. Now, coming out of the apex of this right-hander, you wind up the throttle and normally you prepare to brake into the second of the dirt sections. However, the weather here at Carroll this weekend has meant that for now at least we're going straight on past dirt section 2 and towards this hairpin, which we now approach a lot faster. It's now a critical overtaking point on this circuit. Dirt section 2 then is this very short and sharp jump over a tabletop, another little jump, and then on to the long back straight. We heard Thomas Charret refer to the speeds here, 175 to 180 kilometers an hour. The speed really is intense as they run up to the final corner. This could be where races are made or broken, especially with a championship on the line. Wind up the throttle once again, and you've completed a lap here at the Circuit Carroll. The SM Junior Cup is the proving ground for the Supermoto stars of the future, and the 2022 season has been very competitive. Coming into the season finale, Spanish rider Ramon Gordinho held an advantage of just 2 points over Matej Koks of the Czech Republic. Here at Carroll, Koks showed great poise and pace on his number 888 Husqvarna. In the first race, Koks pulled out a comfortable lead, which he readily retained as Gordinho, Matthias Vetkin and Jason Van Drunen scrapped behind. Gordinho, on the 11 bike, would finish 4th, allowing Koks to move into the championship lead. On to race 2 then, and unfortunately race 2 started poorly for Ramon Gordinho, who dropped down the order on the first lap. He fought back well on his Yamaha machine and he would ultimately finish second, while Coates claimed another victory, and that would lead him to become the Junior European Champion. Godinho finished third in the championship standings behind Estonian TM rider Matthias Vetkin. Congratulations to the cool-headed rising star, Matej Coates. He is our 2022 Junior European Champion. Great season for the youngster aboard his Husqvarna. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of this young man aboard his 888 machine in years to come. Mark Rayner-Schmidt, maybe you should watch your back. Race one of the weekend then, and it is Mark Rayner-Schmidt on pole position. Lukas Holbacher and Milan Sitnianski join him on the front row. Germain Vincent, Steve Bonnell and Axel-Marie Louchet, our rookie points leader, round out the top six. Look at that, Thomas Charret, 8th on the grid. He missed the top six Superpole shootout. Could that be the first surprise of many in this title-deciding weekend? Race underway, and it looks like a jump start for Milan Sitnianski. The 1-2-1 bike with a brilliant launch. He leads into turn one, but I think the cameras are being rather honest on this occasion. They rarely lie. Milan Sitnianski seemed to have a bit of a jump start there. Mark Rayner-Schmidt running through the pack further back. Looks like everyone at the sharp end is through the first few corners cleanly, but Roman Kuivers front first over the bike. That is critical. That rider is third in the rookie points, just 6 back from the leader of the rookie classification. That's Axel-Marie Louchet. We ride on board with Lukas Holbacher. He is 4th place right now. He'll be eager to get up into the top positions. Of course, he's in the championship battle. Good to see that Roman Kuivers is up and moving, though that's the most important thing in the immediate. And there is 972 bike. That's Axel-Marie Louchet. He was in 2nd place, but that's short-lived. Big dive there from Mark Rayner-Schmidt, and he just about pulls it off. Takes 2nd place. 3rd place now under dispute as Holbacher makes a move on Axel-Marie Louchet. He must be getting fed up of being overtaken. Of course, he is our rookie trophy leader. I'm sure that will be his main concern coming into this weekend, but he was running in 2nd place. Sadly, he's now down to 4th. So Milan Sitnianski leading Mark Rayner-Schmidt for the time being on lap 2 of 14. Schmidt, the German rider, last year's champion, has had the red plate for much of this season, and look at this run on the TM as they go down the back straight. He is now our race leader, so he has got him past Milan Sitnianski. And there you see Tom Charret. He's got himself up into 4th position after starting 8th. You heard me earlier on, we scarcely think of it, but Thomas Charret missed the top 6 Superpole session, but now he's up into 3rd place. He's got himself around Lukas Holbacher there. Holbacher is carrying a slight injury from last week's Mete Superbiker event. He sustained the injury on the Saturday race, was in too much pain owing to bruising on Sunday, had to withdraw. Now, he has been resting up, he has been working hard to be ready, but could that have a detriment on his pace and therefore his championship chances on this weekend? It is Mark Rayner-Schmidt in the lead. He has had some rough breaks this season, but it looks like he's got good pace right now. And ahead of Lukas Holbacher, we can see that Tom Charret has gotten his way past Milan Sitnianski. So Sitnianski falls down to 3rd place. Thomas Charret up to 2nd. We've seen exactly what Tom Charret is capable of here at Carroll. Last year, he absolutely dominated this circuit in the Supermoto of Nations event. There's Andreas Bushberger. He was in the top 5 of the rookie classification coming into this one. He could get himself some points over Roman Kuivers, but it seems as though the championship may well be between Axel-Marie Louchet and Yuri Catherine in the junior rankings for the rest of this weekend, unless this circuit throws up some more surprises. The weather has already thrown up some surprises this weekend. We're only using 2 of the original 3 dirt sections because of the effect the weather had on the circuit on Friday. And there you see a scrap further back in the pack. That's Axel-Marie Louchet under pressure. And this is critical for the Junior Championship. Vance not involved in this. Steve Bonnell as well. Yuri Catherine on the 15. That's Axel Marie Louchet's main combatant in this championship. Louchet was running high in the early going, but I believe he's now been knocked down as far as 8th place. That is not ideal. In fact, I believe that could be 7th place now for Louchet, but nonetheless, he is struggling seemingly in this first race after a promising start. Look at this. I told you Thomas Charret likes this circuit. He is homed in on Mark Rayner Schmidt. Outright pace hasn't always been Charret's forte this season, but he's on the offensive right now. Dives up the inside of Mark Rayner Schmidt, and he leads. It is Thomas Charret in the lead as they go towards lap 10 of the race. Meanwhile, Lucas Holbacher and Sitnianski have swapped positions, so it appears that Sitnianski has dropped to 4th position for now. Can Mark Rayner Schmidt fight back against Thomas Charret? Every point counts here in the title deciding weekend. That red plate symbolises that Mark Rayner Schmidt is our championship leader. There's barely a dozen points between our championship 3 coming into this weekend. There's Yuri Catherine in 3rd place. He is currently the leader among the rookies. Lucas Holbacher running a fairly solitary race there in 3rd place, or not, because Milan Sitnianski is still behind him. I thought the Holbacher had a bit of a gap, but it is only a bit of a gap. He's still under pressure for P3 right now. All the while, battles go on further back for the rookie standings. There is Mark Rayner Schmidt on the one bike. I think he has firmly lost touch now with Thomas Charret. Charret, a true master, races the national championship in France as well as the world championship, so he will have experience of this Carroll circuit that others could only aspire to. Back marker off track there, don't worry about that. Just making way for that Junior Cup battle, that Rookie Cup battle I should say. There's Thomas Charret though, our race leader. Yuri Catherine continues to hold off the chasing masses. Steve Bonnell, Axel Marie Louchet, both pressuring hard, but it seems as though the 15 bike is the one at the head of that battle in perpetuity. Thomas Charret, though, at the head of the order in Carroll.
Fantastic victory. I make a big mistake during the qualify, so I was 8th on the starting grid. I push, I don't take a good start, I push, and win the race like this is for in the front of my public is just magic, and I hope to do the same tomorrow.
There you go, a promising result for Thomas Charret. He nets 3 points over Mark Rayner Schmidt with the 25 for the race win. Holbacher holding on to 3rd place. 4th overall for Yuri Catherine. Milan Sitnianski penalised for that jump start. Championship Sunday in the FIM Supermoto World Championship. The masses gathered here to watch and see if their local heroes can be at the sharp end of this race weekend. Of course, no one getting more attention than Thomas Charret, who is still firmly in the championship hunt. All of the riders, including our plethora of competitive Frenchmen, making time for the fans, signing autographs, taking pictures, and getting everyone in the mood for a championship-deciding pair of races that are sure to whet the appetite of everyone, maybe looking to come again in years to come. Certainly once you've come to a Supermoto race once, chances are you're going to come back. The fast race is underway then. It's Thomas Charret on pole position, but Holshot Holbacher is back in service. He's in the lead then, and it looks as though that's Mark Rayner Schmidt who's gotten just ahead of him. Charret dueling for 3rd, down in 4th at the moment, and a bit too close for comfort there between Schmidt and Charret. They nearly made contact. Schmidt authoritative there as he got past for the lead of the race. Holbacher has retained what is now 3rd place, and you see them onto this dirt section for the first time in competitive action. We are using all 3 dirt sections now It was simply impassable on the Saturday, but now on Championship Sunday we're using the full 2.1 kilometres of the Carroll circuit once again. It's this section, the undulating second section of dirt on this circuit that we were missing yesterday. I'll tell you what, Tom Charest isn't missing any of the pace he showed yesterday, is he? He's all over the back of Mark Rayner-Schmidt. The rookie classification battle was going on there further back, but Mark Rayner-Schmidt having to ride hard here to try and hold off Thomas Charest. Schmidt with a slight error on turn in there into this second dirt section. You can see that it still looks incredibly slick and tricky. Lap 4 of the race then. And Thomas Charest is certainly letting Mark Rayner-Schmidt know that he is present, correct, and wanting to find a way past. Meanwhile, Axel Marie Louchet and Yuri Catherine at war once again. These two are the primary contenders for the rookie classification, for the rookie championship. Yuri Catherine, if he can claim the win over Axel Marie Louchet here, really would strengthen his results, his chances of a championship winning result at the end of race number 3, the super final. Thomas Charest is making life difficult for Mark Rayner-Schmidt. Lap on lap, the gap just seems to vary, but Charest giving absolutely no quarter or reprieve. Steve Bonnell on the number 3. Meanwhile, Yuri Catherine has moved up into 4th place. That's critical for the rookie classification. Finishing ahead of Axel Marie Louchet will put him in a strong position to take the championship in the super final. Lucas Hulbacher a distant 3rd place right now. Again, just wonder whether the injury, the slight injury, I believe, to the shoulder that he sustained at Mete last week is causing him issues here in the title decider. A huge shame if that is proving to be a factor, but we know that Hulbacher is only going to come back better and stronger next year, and a hugely strong move from Axel Marie Louchet to reclaim 4th place. He knows the gravity of the situation. He needs to finish ahead of Yuri Catherine, and he's making every advance to do so. The 972 bike is back ahead, but it looked like Yuri Catherine was making the move again, and he has. Yuri Catherine is up into 4th place once more, but I'm not sure who's going to come out on top in that one. Schmidt and Charest, though, still scrapping here on the final lap, and it's a good run for Thomas Charest, but it looks as though Schmidt is staking his claim to the inside line into the last corner. Charest very late on the brakes, but Mark Rayner-Schmidt blocking his turn in. It's going to be a win for Mark Rayner-Schmidt by the finest of margins, and that could prove critical in the championship. More solid points over Thomas Charest and Lucas Hulbacher for Mark Rayner-Schmidt as we head into the super final. Yuri Catherine taking 4th, Axel Marie Louchet in 7th.
It was a very intense race with Tom during all the laps. In the last lap, he could pass me on the long straight. He closed the line a little bit, and I could pass him back in from the inside. It was really good and hard fight. I enjoy racing like this. I could win the race, the fast race, so now I have some more points leading. And yeah, I hope for a clean super final here. I will go for the championship, and yeah, hopefully see you later for the next interview as world champion, guys.
He sounds confident. Mark Rayner-Schmidt 1 point clear in the event standings. Yuri Catherine now well clear of Axel Marie Louchet. They're in 4th place. That could be critical for the rookie standings, but it is the German world champion who will be in the hot seat for this one. It is the season decider. Mark Rayner-Schmidt on pole position. Thomas Charest and Lucas Hulbacher joining him on the front row, as is norm. Yuri Catherine, Elias Sammartin, Steve Bonnell on row 2, Axel Marie Louchet, Andreas Bushberger and Mikael Brian Amadeo on row 3, Giovanni Basai, Romeo Fiorentino and Tim Zalai rounding out the order for what should be an extravaganza. They're off the line, and it looks like a good launch for Thomas Charest and Lucas Hulbacher. Hulbacher once again into the lead. At this stage, he now has an outsider's shot of taking this championship. He really needs to have both Thomas Charest and Mark Rayner-Schmidt fall down the order, and that very, very rarely happens. It's going to be between Charest and Schmidt, and realistically, Schmidt only needs to get a decent result in this race to secure his 2nd consecutive FIM Supermoto World Championship. Look at Thomas Charest. He is up the inside and past Lucas Hulbacher for first place. Holbacher down to second then, and here comes Schmidt. He's on the offensive as well. Holbacher, though, isn't going to give this up easy. Every inch of fight that he has in him, I'm sure he is putting into this race. Steve Bonnell has got a good start as well. He is there in 4th position, but it's Thomas Charret that leads the way. Here's Lucas Holbacher over the tabletop, out onto the long back straight for the first time in this 12-lap final. And he's still there in 2nd place, so no run for Mark Rayner Schmidt there. On the first time down the long back straight. Schmidt does not want to spend too much time behind Holbacher. I believe if he finished 3rd, he would still be our champion. But nonetheless, he would like to have a comfortable margin at the end of the season. There's Patrick Powles on the 22. We've rarely seen him in the top 10 this year. Very competitive grid we've got this season. Patrick Powles up there in 10th place as we follow the French megastar, that is Thomas Charret. Up over the jumps they go. And Lucas Holbacher has closed in significantly, hasn't he, on Thomas Charret. Mark Rayner Schmidt will be willing this on, in fairness. Holbacher currently less of a threat to the championship than Thomas Charret. Something tells me Mark Rayner Schmidt knows he doesn't need to work this hard. He knows he's got the points advantage at this stage of the event. Will he cruise to 3rd place, or will he go on the offensive? We know he likes to get the elbows out when it's necessary. Lucas Holbacher closed in on Thomas Charret then. There's the fellow MTR KTM racer, Andreas Bushberger, in 9th place. Could be a strong end to his year within the rookie standings if he finishes in P9. There you see Schmidt firmly dropped off the back of those two. He's just doing what he needs to do now. He's got a big gap between himself and 4th place. That's enough for him in the championship standings. He takes the Joker lane, which of course will have been built especially for this event, wasn't in force last year in the Supermoto of Nations. So he has built enough of a gap to take the Joker lane and retain his position. And I think retain his position is the modus operandi for the rest of the race. It's Thomas Charret and Lucas Holbacher dueling at the front of the order. Steve Bonnell there, still in 4th place. This is going to be one of his strongest finishes of the year if he can get the bike across the line. Saint-Martin and Axel Marie-Louchet fighting out for 5th place. Axel Marie-Louchet has had a great season, but if things finish as they are, I believe Yuri Catherine is the rookie champion. Unfortunate for Axel, who lost a few positions at the end of the previous race, was fighting for 4th and ended up in 7th. Scrap for the lead continues on. There is Yuri Catherine. He takes the Joker lane. Right now, I believe he is doing enough to claim the rookie standings, and this man, Mark Rayner Schmidt, is doing enough to retain that red plate into the 2023 season. It's the final lap of the race. Does Lucas Holbacher have anything special? Any last bit of magic left over Tom Charret? A win would not be enough for the championship for Lucas Holbacher, but nonetheless, he is pressuring. He wants to end the season on a high. Both riders are yet to take the Joker lane. They take it now. And Tom Charret leads the Austrian rider through. Charret ducking below the handlebars for optimal drag as they go down the back straight for the last time. It is going to be Thomas Charret who claims the final win of the 2022 season ahead of Lucas Holbacher, but our champion with a relaxed ride comes across the line 3rd. He is a 2-time world champion. Mark Rayner Schmidt has done it again in 2022. 3rd place is more than enough for him. Elia Saint-Martin taking 4th, and Axel Marie-Louchet. Yuri Catherine secures the rookie standings with a 6th place finish. There you see the standings for the event, for the French Grand Prix Supermoto event. And there is Lucas Holbacher, 3rd step of the podium for him this weekend and in the championship. Mark Rayner Schmidt is in gold once more as now a 2-time world champion. And Thomas Charret didn't quite claim the big crown, but he's still elated to take Grand Prix glory here in front of his home faithful. The French fans love Thomas Charret, our 8-time world champion. Sébastien Poirier there presenting the trophy to Thomas Charret. I'm sure those two have known each other for a long time. And here is a look at the standings in the championship. 410 points for Mark Rayner-Schmidt, 405 for Thomas Charret, and Lucas Hohlbacher eventually third in the standings. And there you see the celebrations as well for Yuri Catherine. He is our rookie championship winner. Third in the championship then for Lucas Hohlbacher. Charret on the second step. Mark Rayner-Schmidt has done it once more. He said he was going to talk to us again as world champion, and the prophecy has proven to be true. Janneke Dekker of the FIM presenting the medal to Mark Rayner-Schmidt.
Back-to-back world champion is something special. I'm super happy that TM Racing and S1GP trust me, and yeah, here's the result. I think it's the best thing I can give them back. We are world champions again. Super thankful for my team, my family, and all the guys behind me. It's just amazing, and I hope for many more years. I'm super happy. Big thanks especially to Ivan Lazzarini and my mechanic Luca. They worked during all the season, have hard and good days with me, so thanks a lot. See you next year.
The second World Championship for Mark Rayner-Schmidt. Is this the beginning of a new dominant era, or will his challengers from 2022 and challenges anew take it to him in 2023? You're going to have to tune in to find out from myself, Adam Weller, and everyone behind S1GP. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in 2023.